Title: I nearly had a heart attack when I accidentally overheard my cheating wife telling her friend, "Oh God, it was amazing. I let my lover do things my husband could only dream of. I can't wait for our next date, and I think I'll let him do even more." I couldn't tolerate such betrayal any longer and stepped out of my hiding place. Chapter 1. The moment. Everything snapped. It was supposed to be a quick trip home. I had left my wallet on the nightstand and doubled back before the lunch rush. I wasn't even gone 10 minutes. I let myself in through the garage quietly and headed upstairs. I didn't expect anyone to be home. But halfway up, I heard her voice, her laugh. I paused, and then I heard the rest. "Oh God, it was amazing. I let my lover do things my husband could only dream of." Laughter. "I can't wait for our next date, and I think I'll let him do even more." Silence. Then another voice, her best friend, Rachel. "You're insane. What if he finds out? Please, he's clueless. He still thinks I'm just tired from work." That was it. I stepped into the room. They both froze. My wife's face turned pale, mouth still open from whatever smug line she'd been about to say next. Rachel looked like she wanted to vanish. "Clueless?" I said. My voice was steady, too steady. "Matt, number. Go on. I'm curious what else your lover gets that I don't." "It was just," she stammered. "I didn't mean it like..." "You meant it exactly how you said it." I looked at Rachel. "You knew too?" She didn't answer, just picked up her purse and muttered, "I should go." "Don't worry," I said. "You'll both be out of my house soon." Something in me shut off right. Then I didn't yell, didn't throw anything, didn't beg for an explanation. I just nodded once and left the room. Downstairs, I sat at the kitchen table, hands folded, and started to process what I already knew deep down. This wasn't just cheating. This was mockery. This was her laughing about me, while sitting under my roof, spending my money, enjoying a double life I funded. And now, it was my turn. Chapter 2. You thought I didn't know. I didn't go back upstairs. I didn't pack a bag or slam a door or make a scene. I made coffee, because if she was going to stab me in the back, I'd return the favor, not with rage, but with precision. And I'd do it with a smile on my face. Step 1. Gather the truth. I already knew some of it. Now I needed proof. That evening, while she pretended to be asleep beside me, same fake breathing, same turned back, I was in the guest room with my laptop and a burner phone I'd bought on a whim last year. Funny how the stupid, forgotten things become weapons later. I signed up for a background search site, used her phone backup credentials, pulled her deleted messages, call logs, and photo data. It was worse than I imagined. There were nudes she'd sent while we were at my parents' house for Thanksgiving, a hotel receipt from the night I stayed up late helping our daughter with her science project, and voice notes, filthy, smug, sent after dinners with the girls. She didn't just betray me. She made sport of it. He thinks I'm just tired. He has no clue what a real man feels like. It wasn't pain I felt reading it all. It was clarity. Step 2. Lock down the future. I met with my lawyer the next morning. "We're divorcing," I said, sliding the folder across his desk. He looked through the texts, nodded once, didn't ask questions. "We'll file on grounds of adultery. No spousal support, you'll keep the house, and if we play this right, she won't even see it coming." I liked that plan. I liked it a lot. We froze our joint accounts the same day. I transferred my business income to a protected LLC, updated my will, changed every password I'd ever used. By the time she noticed, she'd be standing in the ruins, and I'd be halfway out the door, watching it all collapse. Step 3. Let her keep pretending that night. She asked me if I wanted to order in, as if nothing had happened, as if I hadn't heard her say my name like it was a punchline. Thai? She offered. You like that place on Lincoln, right? Yeah, I said, smiling. Good memory. She grinned, and in that moment I realized she didn't just lie. She believed the lie made her smarter than me, but she was wrong. Dead wrong. Chapter 3. Dinner is served. The Thai food arrived at 7:42 p.m. She set the table like it was a celebration, lit candles, played soft jazz, even wore that black silk robe she used to save for special nights before she started reserving her energy for someone else. I thought we could try again, she said, opening the box of spring rolls. You've been kind of distant lately. That almost made me laugh, but I didn't. I just nodded. You're right. I have been. Anything on your mind? Plenty, I said. But let's just eat. And so we did. She made small talk, told me about her day like it mattered, like we were still something, like I didn't have a folder with her dirty secrets saved in 3 cloud accounts and a USB in my pocket. I watched her closely. She didn't suspect a thing. Every move I made was strategic. The next morning, I was up before her, made coffee, kissed her cheek, told her to take her time with work, told her I had some errands. What I actually did? Dropped off notarized copies of the divorce petition, met with the private investigator I'd hired to verify the affair with time-stamped photos, paid off the balance on my car so it was legally protected, and emailed a close friend of hers, someone I knew still had a conscience subject line. You deserve to know who she really is. Inside were 2 screenshots, redacted just enough to protect identities, enough to raise questions, stir the pot, let guilt bloom in someone else's garden for once. The next crack appeared. That night, she came home a little off, set her purse down too carefully, didn't mention dinner, just said, "You're being really nice lately." Should I not be? I asked. No, it's just different. I shrugged. Maybe I'm just getting used to the truth. She flinched, not enough to speak, just enough to betray herself. I turned on the TV and let the silence say the rest. The trap was set. That weekend, she told me she was going out with Rachel again. I smiled. Tell her I said hi. She blinked. You're okay with this? Why wouldn't I be? Because I already knew where she was really going. I had GPS tracking on her car now, a legal, app-connected device for insurance purposes, or so I'd told her months ago. By 9:18 p.m., I had a photo of her entering a hotel suite downtown with a man whose face matched the one in the background of her beach photo from 2 weeks ago, the one she swore was just a stranger. And me? I was home, logging every detail. She was still playing checkers, but I was playing chess. Every step she took was exactly where I wanted her. The evidence, growing. The image, cracking. The exit, closer. Chapter 4, Checkmate. Monday morning, I filed the paperwork. Grounds, adultery and emotional cruelty. Attached, transcripts, GPS logs, photographs, a written affidavit from Rachel, who, it turns out, had finally had enough of covering for her best friend. I walked out of the courthouse and into the crisp morning air, feeling something close to peace. But I wasn't done. I sent her an email at 10:01 a.m. with a single line. You'll be served today. Don't come home. No emotion, no rage, just a clean goodbye. She called at 10:15. I didn't answer. She called again, then again. Finally, a message. Matt, please. What is going on? What do you mean served? I texted back, I think you already know. 10 minutes later, she tried to walk into the house. She couldn't. The locks had been changed, her key card disabled, her garage opener removed. There was a note taped to the door. Check your email, everything's there. Please forward your new address to my attorney. The blow hit her like a wave. Later, I got a second voicemail. This time her voice wasn't sharp. It cracked. Matt, please, can we talk? I didn't mean to hurt you. I thought you didn't care anymore. I thought you were pulling away and I made a mistake. Mistake? A mistake is forgetting to pay a bill. What she did was a calculated betrayal, carried out over weeks, months, and then mocked with laughter and whispers. And I let her play the game until she bet everything and lost. I released the final card. Quietly. A day later, her parents got a copy of the file. Not from me, never directly. Just a simple USB, anonymous, postmarked from a nearby city. It contained her messages, photos, and one short audio clip. Oh God, it was amazing. I let my lover do things my husband could only dream of. They didn't call me. They just stopped calling her. What she thought would happen. She thought I'd break, beg, cry, beg some more. What actually happened? I erased her like a stain. Her gym, canceled. Her access to joint finances, gone. Her social network, shrinking fast. Even Rachel turned her back. You laughed at the man who loved you, she told her. You thought it made you powerful. It just made you disposable. And I moved into a new place, smaller, quieter, honest. I slept better. I started running again. I looked in the mirror and didn't see someone broken. I saw someone who took a hit and stood back up with his dignity intact. Final chapter, the door, she'll never open again. A week passed, then 2, no more voicemails, no more texts, just silence. I thought she was done. Then came the knock. It was a Tuesday, early evening. I was halfway through dinner, some quiet jazz playing, a glass of wine in my hand, the kind of ordinary peace I never got to have when I was with her. I opened the door slowly, and there she was. No makeup, hair tied back, pale. A version of her I hadn't seen in years. The carefully curated, untouchable persona. Gone. She looked tired, not just physically, but in her bones. Can we talk? She asked. About what? She hesitated. I don't know who I was when I did all that. I spiraled. You were always so calm, so solid, and I took that for weakness. I thought I could do better. I was wrong. I didn't respond. She tried again. You were a good man, better than I deserved. I see that now, and I don't expect anything. I'm sorry. The words hung there like an echo, but they meant nothing. You don't rebuild with ashes. You didn't just cheat, I said. You disrespected me. You used me. And then you laughed about it with your friends like it was a joke. She nodded slowly, biting her lip, tears starting to rise. You killed something that could have been fixed, and you didn't even hesitate. I know, she whispered. Then what are you doing here? Her eyes scanned the doorway, our old doorway, the place where we once built a life. I don't know. I guess I hoped. Maybe we could talk. Maybe. We are talking, I said, and this is the end of it. She stepped back like I'd struck her, not physically, but in a way that hit harder. No drama, no explosion, just the end. Goodbye, Sarah, I said, and started to close the door. Matt, she said one last time, barely above a whisper. I paused. You closed this door the moment you opened another. Don't knock on it now just because the other one slammed shut. And then I closed it. Not with anger, not with bitterness, just finality. Some doors stay closed for a reason. She never came back. Her name never crossed my lips again. And the man I became after her, stronger, quieter, wiser. I didn't rebuild the life she destroyed. I built a better one, and not once, not for a second, did I wish she was part of it. Was this revenge justified? If yes, then like the story and subscribe to the channel and share with others. We want to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. If you're into real, jaw-dropping pro-revenge stories that keep you on the edge of your seat, don't just scroll. Hit that subscribe button and smash the like button and share the story to fuel more thrilling tales just like this. Your support helps us bring these powerful stories to life. Every like, share, and subscription truly means the world. Thank you for being part of Lauren's story, where every story has a shadow and every betrayal has its echo.